There are a bunch of cars and vanities that you can only earn in the Crew 2, and each week I make this video to show you exactly what you can get in the Crew 2 and then transfer to your Motorfest collection. Some of these things are the only way to get it is to be in the Crew 2. So let's get into what we can get this week. Let's go. All right, like I said in the intro, this is a video that I do every single week. So if this is going to help you in the future, consider subscribing to the channel. All right, let's start out with the summit for this week. This one is themed LA Lowriders, and fittingly, we have a Lowrider Platinum reward, the Chevy Impala Lowrider Red Duchess Edition. It's an exclusive car that you can only get from the summits, and it's a car that really looks awesome, to be honest with you. I personally missed out on this car when it first came out in the very first time it was featured. I saw the summit and I just didn't end up having time to do it. So this is a car that I missed, and I'm actually looking forward to earning it and driving with it. It might not be the fastest car, but it's actually really cool. And it's one that I want to add to my collection. Now, the gold reward is actually probably the star of this show. A Nitro Chemist boosted set for Jet Sprint is just so valuable. The Nitro Chemist sets are super valuable by themselves. Now, this one actually gives you a boosted Pure and a boosted Frenetic as your affixes. That means you get more than the allowable percentage or the percentage limit that you would normally get on a normal set of parts. It's a very exclusive set of parts, and you definitely want it for your Jet Sprint boats. Now, obviously you can't take that into Motorfest, but you can use this for future summits when Jet Sprint events are being featured. It just makes your life a lot easier. It's the perfect time to grab it. Gold is so easy to get in these Crew 2 summits, so definitely need to do this. Now, as far as the silver goes, the red tint, it's just whatever for me, but if you're a person who likes red, obviously this is a week where you want to jump in and get this tint. And then of course the bronze fame pack, which gets you 200,000 followers. If you're new to the Crew 2 or if you're just starting your journey, 200,000 followers is a lot, and it actually will help you get some more icon points. Every level that you go up on your fame levels, you get more icon points if you're already past icon. If you're not already past icon, obviously this will help you get to icon. So let's take a look at the event specific rewards real quick. So you got 45,000 for this Jet Sprint event, and then you got 45,000 for this street race, 200,000 followers, so that's 400,000, and then another 200,000 followers. That's 600,000 followers you can get for this one summit. And then two very nice part sets. You're getting a full drift part set here with the drift event, and then another full Jet Sprint part set here. Now these you get instantly, so you'll get your 45,000, your 45,000, and your 400,000 followers instantly as soon as you do these events, and the same thing with these part sets. So just a little advice here: before you do this drift and before you do this Jet Sprint, make sure your drift category is fully leveled up. You don't need to have gold parts, but just make sure it's fully leveled up. That way, when you do this event and those parts drop for you, they will drop at the fully leveled up state. So you'll get a full set, you'll get 7, but they won't be a matching set. It'll just be 7 random legendary parts, but they will drop at the perf level that your current level is for that category. So make sure your drift category is leveled up. Make sure your Jet Sprint is leveled up before you do these events. All right, there are 3 cars that you're going to need for this summit, and this summit bundle is actually a little bit expensive. If you need help with money, I did put out a Crew 2 money guide not too long ago. We can link that in the description down below. This one's going to cost you around 1.8 million. Now, there are 2 discounts that you can be getting. Now, obviously, the summit bundle itself gives you an automatic 20% off, but you can get an additional 20% off if you buy the season pass. That's obviously 40 bucks. I don't know if you want to spend 40 bucks on an old game, but I bought this years ago and it's good for the life of the game. So I get an additional 20% off. That's why you're seeing 1.4 on my price. Now, I don't own any of these cars, but if I did, it would be the Porsche Carrera GT in Hypercar, the Lamborghini Aventador LP700 in Drift, and then the Proto Leopard in Jet Sprint. So these are 3 cars I just don't have. Now, some of these will transfer over, I believe, like the Lamborghini Aventador in Drift. I think I already have that in Motorfest, and the Carrera GT I don't think I have in Motorfest either. So buying them here, I'm getting a little bit of a discount, and Jet Sprint is not offered in Motorfest, so don't worry about that. But you get a little discount on the cars, and they will transfer over to your Motorfest collection. All right, let's take a look at the Vanity Store. We have a couple of repeats here, some that you got in Motorfest. If you didn't buy them, that's fine, but they're available here now. The blue Prismatic Nitro actually looks okay. It's not a bad looking Nitro. It's kind of neat. Little geometric patterns, not too bad. I actually like this multicolored Nitro. This thing looks pretty good, man. I like this a lot, and I use the multicolor underglow as well, so I might have to pick this up. It's only $1.99, not too expensive, so I might grab that. Then we've got the golden underglow wings. These are good. I've got these, and they go great with any of the gold builds that I'm doing. The prismatic blue underglow is here as well. It's almost $6, so I don't know if that's worth it or not, but it is huge, dude. It comes off the car super wide. It is a very cool one. I've got like the gold one and the white one. I actually like this underglow quite a bit, but yeah, it's kind of nice. And then the laser blast underglow. This one is not really my favorite. It looks kind of cheap and cheesy, so I'm not a huge fan of this, but hey, if this is your thing, pick it up. And then lastly, we've got the encrusted gold tire. I don't know why it's called encrusted, but it looks all right. It looks fine. There's nothing super flashy about it. Most of the details in it are in the bottom of the tire, like in the tread of the tire, so I'm not a huge fan of that. I'd rather have some details on the sidewall, and you only get that, you know, little Storm X logo there. So anyway, that's the new Vanity Store. And lastly, I'll talk about the cars that you can now buy that were previously exclusive in the Crew 2. This is important because these are cars that were, you know, earned for motor passes or summits, or, you know, very exclusive times during the Crew 2's life cycle. And if you have the opportunity to buy them now, that is a great opportunity, so you should probably take advantage of it, because those cars are available to transfer to your Motorfest collection. But this week we don't have any cars, and actually that's pretty good, because the cars usually cost, you know, a couple $100,000, or, you know, up to 500, $1 million, and we got to spend 1.8 this week on the summit. So I'm actually okay with that. There's no new cars this week, but we will have I believe two new cars next week, and then 2 new cars 2 weeks after that. So we're waiting on a couple of cars, but, you know, nothing for this week. And in summary, the one thing I think that you really need to go after is the car in the summit and the part set in the summit. So if you can get platinum in this week's summit, that's the way to go. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, I do this every single week, so if you like it, please consider subscribing, and I will catch you on the next one. Trigger out.